Anytime there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that in the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the dip.
Turning it on! He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. Makes a move. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He leaves it with his back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Throws to the back. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Underwood. Makes the grab along the sideline, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
The Wolverines are at the line, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. right back to the well. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. Taking it the other way. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Makes the grab. It's Tate. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed in the middle. It's Peoples. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave it the completion. What do you do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and settle.
No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Might be calling a hot route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Run in the red zone, it's Peoples. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback will keep it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
That's so much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the
pass rush gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
And that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
The run to the right. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Got a man. It's Haynes. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
There's fast, and then there's fast. This guy's fast. Great job. You can tell him outrunning the defense, making a big play. Now the offense, it's your turn to do something.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Quick completion to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State.
And that is high praise when you start comparing somebody to Aiden Hutchinson. Michigan, year after year, they find these dudes, man. The guys that will get after the quarterback. Hey, let's go, big fella. Let's go for that record.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
And the Buckeyes will try to punch it in on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Haynes. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Simpson. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. And the Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Trying to bowl his way in. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the middle. And he dropped it, just didn't work the thing all the way in.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it inside the 30. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fires to the wideout. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab, it's McCulley. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Making side adjustments here. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed, and they were going to test them. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total under and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Got a man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Pulls it in. It's Tate. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Quick strike complete. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, number 19. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
And it's frustrating because you go into half, and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, you've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the tight end. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Under fire. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You've got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
Hunt is on its way. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that
mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy did.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. Wide open downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Got it in the middle. It's crease corn. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Going to sling it on second down. Turns it loose. He's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Coming out with it, it's Graham. He gets a block. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I've loved the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Throwing right. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
Power football with the run. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Quickly out to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'd hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.